want to begin by also expressing my condolences to the victims of the crashes last night, their families. Over the coming days, we'll hear the names, and we'll hear the stories of those that have perished. And yes, Senator Lujan, it comes at a time where we're still grappling with the impacts of these unprecedented and devastating fires, plural, in the Los Angeles region. And I think that couldn't underscore the stakes here anymore. In a time of crisis, when people turn to not just local leadership, but to their federal government to be there for them, it is unconscionable that in those moments there's efforts to promote funding freezes, hiring freezes, and in so many ways go back on our fundamental obligations to our constituents and to the American people. The past few days have been anything but business as usual. I agree. This is an attempt at a one-man government shutdown brought to us by President Trump. An effort to block billions of dollars approved by Congress, directed by Congress, funds that would support families recovering from catastrophic wildfires, funds for law enforcement agencies that we rely on to keep our communities safe, funds to support nutrition programs for children and families that depend on us for their next meal. And you see a much longer list and just a very partial list here on the board. But it's because of that real world impact that Americans from throughout the country, they knew immediately what was at stake. And so many of them jumped into action, speaking out, writing our offices, calling our offices to share their concerns, their questions, looking for guidance, looking for help. And it's in that context that our Republican colleagues have the audacity, the nerve, to move forward with President Trump's nominee to lead the very agency responsible for the chaos and the heartache. And not even with the courage to agree to Senator Merkley's request to do this in a committee hearing room where we can have this conversation and vote in public. They're literally in a back room, not accessible, not visible.